My name is Rob Green, and I'd like to welcome you to the Humboldt County scene.
A lot of people that come here think it's a small town and it's far away from everybody, and you know it's all kind of outdoorsy and crunchy, and it is all those things, but there is a fantastic music scene here.
Let's take a break, dude.
No, fuck that.
This is whack, dude, because we're some of us have gotten drunk.
It's about single-handedly trying to create the soul of rock and roll for anywhere from 2 to 200 people in one night.
Especially for an area this size, I think the talent is really awesome. There are certain bands around here that are just technically playing, you know, they're just amazing. Other ones, I mean, it's just the pure energy of it that just makes it so much fun to go see.
I mean, it's a pretty weird area to grow up in. Pretty much most people around here in bands or whatever have, or at least all of our friends or the scene that we're involved in, people grew up here, and it is a bizarre place.
I think we, to a certain degree, represent a large degree of what goes on around here and weirdness that goes around, and we see it every day and live this every day.
Yeah.
The music scene is really inbred, but in this really good way.
Well, it's small, but it's pretty enthusiastic. There's a lot of pretty amusing people, and a lot of really boring people as well. So.
I think that's what's fascinating about this area. It's the fact that you don't have to be, like, well, skilled to make music.
Sometimes there seems to be little lulls in the amount of local bands, but that never lasts very long. There's always more popping up.
What draws me to being in a band is because if I didn't, I wouldn't know what the hell else to do. The only other thing I do is fucking work shitty jobs and have doomed romances, like, you know, like probably any other person does, and go through their life.
Did he look exposed? Yeah, it's so badass.
Some of you out there know him as Jason. Sometimes he performs as the Jake Breaks. But right here on Humboldt Free Radio, we've got him for you. JPG.
I'll demonstrate a hook from the foul line. parallel. Ooh.
I think, in a way, it's a huge privilege to be able to play your own music and be able to play it live for people. And I really enjoy playing live, you know, getting to express yourself and rock out or whatever, and just, you know, do what you do in a live situation where people are, you know, cheering you on and stuff is really a great feeling to me. I think a lot of people share my opinion.
It's just kind of special because we're so isolated and we have so many people move here that are musicians. But that's also its downfall because its isolation means it's not going to be noticed by other people usually.
View your band kind of like a restaurant, like like they'll come to eat there once, and if they don't like it, then the word kind of gets out that your food sucks.
By the same token, even if your food sucks, if you got a bunch of fucking hype about your restaurant, everyone's gonna fucking go, oh, I want to fucking eat that shit.
Hi, we're the Monster Women from
Eureka, California. But I don't get that nervous. Again, I'm a sound engineer by trade, so I do shows all the time. Like, when you have to stare at B.B. King looking at you and why is his monitor feeding back, like that's nervous. And me playing guitar in front of people isn't nervous.
What do you guys all do, like, outside of the band?
Like jobs?
Yeah.
Like jobs? I'm a caretaker. I'm kind of same thing. Work with developmentally disabled.
I work at Ramones.
I'm unemployed.
If I didn't play in this band with you guys, I would probably hardly ever even hang out with you. It's like
what a mean thing to say.
That's not mean at all. It's like old, like, you know, people my age fucking like what they do. They get together and like go to football games or play cards or whatever. I mean, this is what we do. We get together and play rock and roll music a couple times a week.
It's like, God, you're like fucking goddamn 60 all of a sudden.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm not fucking 20.
Well, he is.
I think music is you know, is like it's therapy. It's like an emotional release, and you know, I was kind of violent as a kid. Instead of you know, pounding on like my pillow, which is you know, I learned if I got a drum set, the skins are pretty tough, so I could do quite a bit of damage and they would still be there.
Apple juice.
Do you guys know how?
Apple juice and piss. Perfect combination. Unlocks me.
What you got in your nose there?
These are earplugs. I keep my ear canal over in this direction. I had a sensation change. Saved up all my money and got a sensation change. Now I smell out of my ears.
You need to get me one of those. I'd like to hear out of my asshole.
I'm pretty good with a scalpel, if you want to pick me. I got the steady hand of a surgeon.
Ever since high school, I thought it's kind of why I started playing bass guitar, because I thought that I think chicks would dig me a little bit more. But since 10th grade in high school, that's been completely false.
Why should someone, just because they can write a good book, become rich off of it? And so, you know, why should someone, just because they can make a good movie or make a good record or whatever, I mean, it's very important, and I think that they should make a comfortable living. You know, I ain't no goddamn commie or nothing.